So let's start our like little running, just warming up. Just warm up, warm up. All right, arms. All right, let's do hops, hops. All right, squat up on those toes. So pretty basic today. We're gonna go squats with 2 weights, so go heavy, and then up on the toes for those. And then we're gonna do some bent over rows, but with 1 weight. Some RDLs, regular. Good. Okay, so right here. And then we're gonna do some around the world. So with 1 heavy weight. So I don't know if that'll be a little different than the 2 weights for the RDLs and squats, just because you have to hold it like this. So just a few weights, and then we'll go chest press and ankle weights at the end. So pretty traditional. All right, we're gonna go back to the hops, but sideways. For twisty. All right, and a little spinal twist. That feels good on that back. Does the dog have the zoomies? Okay, let's grab those 2 heavy weights, and then if you need something different, for alternating rows. Okay, so that first one is just gonna be our squat, and then up on the toes. Sorry, you can get your weights. You can get your weight, Mike, sorry. And then we're gonna do single arm like this. So if you need something else for that, and then hold 1 weight for around the world. So those are the weights that you need. Okay. So let's start squat and then calf raise. Good. Okay. So rest, and then you're going to use that 1 weight, and you're going to go single arm row. And then switch hands. Core tight. All right, finish out even number on each side and then rest. You got a little bit of time to rest. Our grippies are gonna give out before our legs and our back or any of that. So in a couple of seconds, we're gonna grab that weight and we're gonna go around the world. So around your head, working those obliques, those lats, shoulders. So take your time. Really try to feel it. Good, rest. Okay, now we got regular Romanian deadlifts. Good. All right, that was the circuit. Get water, figure out if you get the right weight, and we'll do it again. I'm gonna give us a little bit more rest in between. All right, grab those weights. Squat up on the toes. All right, rest, rest. And then we'll go to those single arm rows. You got a few seconds. Remember to keep that core tight. All righty, we ready? Pull it to that hip. Finish those reps and then rest. All right, grab that weight. We got around the world. Good. Rest. All right, Romanian deadlifts. All righty. Rest. Looks good. Rest, rest. Grab some water. Do it again. Whew. Okay. Ready? Squat plus calf raise. Last round. Rest. All right, we got those rows. Single arm. Mike, can you bend more? Like more bend in the knees, get a little bit more bendy, like and bent over. Finish out your reps and then rest. All right, grab that weight. Good. Rest. All right, RDLs. All right. So let's go ankle weights and then have those weights close by for chest press. And if you want to do it on a ball or a BOSU, you choose. Okay. We ready? Okay, let's just warm up like usual with our bent. And then just make sure that that core is nice and tight on these, Mike, and that like your back's not doing anything weird like archy at the bottom, that you're staying up there in that neutral position or even a little bit like arched, not up, but just where you're not, what is it, cow, like you're not down here. And really think about those glutes working nice and slow, building those muscles into the glutes, into that lower back. All right, rest, stretch back. That felt good. All right, let's do the same thing other side. Good. All right, let's stretch back again. Do some little lower back care today. Got some time. Let's go ahead and get some cat and cow. Go nice and slow. You're supposed to inhale when you look up and exhale when you look down. And if you want to stay in one of those positions a little bit longer, really get that cow, really get that cat. And then let's go ahead and stretch back again. Put your toes together and then spread those knees apart and then stretch. All right, good. Okay, let's go to our fire hydrant. Same thing, vacuum in that tummy, belly button to the spine. Remember to breathe though. Awesome. All right, if you want to just kind of side to side, stretch those hips out. Oh, and that back out. And then we'll do same thing, other leg for the fire hydrant. Nice and slow. Really think about those glutes. All right, let's go to chest press. So if you want to get on your bow seal, ball, floor, whatever. Good. Nice and easy. Put those weights down. Meet me on your side. And let's go a little forward and back. And if you need to grab that weight next to you to help stabilize, go as far as you feel comfortable. Forward. Think about that lower back, the glutes working, everything stabilizing and keeping you strong. Okay, rest. So stay where you're at, like you're stacked. Now roll your upper body to the ceiling and then let those arms come lateral and it'll stretch your lower back out. And you can move your feet around if you need to like change how you're doing stuff, but hopefully this is enough just to give you a little bit of a stretch. All right, so let's set up for inner. So roll back and we'll get our inner. Awesome, awesome. Okay, let's go to our other side and do our side, what will go forward and back. Okay, so now stack those knees and now upper body twist. Good, good, good. All right, so let's get set up for our inner, no super rush. All right. Good, good, good. All right, let's get another set of our chest press. Good. Let's put those down. Let's go to all fours and let's go donkey kick. Good, all the way up to the ceiling. Heel drive to the ceiling. Reset that rep. Knee to the ground and then kick it on up. And then remember, keep that core tight. All right, let's get some pulses at the top. Keep it up there, pulse. Good, all right, let's stretch back. Okay, let's go to the other side, all the way up, heel to the ceiling. Mike, I have a little longer on Zoom. If you want to go a teeny bit longer, we could do some more stretches. Yeah, okay. All right, keep it up there. Let's pulse. Good. Okay, so let's stretch back again. You can choose if you want to spread those knees apart or just keep them where they're at, but we'll stretch. Okay, and then from here, let's go to our cobra. So you're like, so if you want to start out down here and like slowly come up, or if you're good for it. My abs must be sore from something. They're tight. All right, so come on back down and then push yourself up like a push-up And then let's do another set of our chest press. Last set of chest. Okay, so nice and easy, put those weights up and then go have a seat just on your mat. And then if you're doing the video and you need to take your ankle weights off, you can do that. We won't go too long. We're gonna do the quad straight, everything's flexed and lift and core tight. And it'd be great if you can just sit up and do it, but if you need to put your hands behind, that's fine. Just make sure that you're not like super far back and it's just hip flexors. Keep them flexed, keep all those quads flexed. If it starts to shorten, lengthen it and then back up. Okay, awesome, awesome. We'll do the same thing other leg. Okay, so rest. We'll do it again on each side, not so long, but if you want to come forward and stretch your lower back. Can you do it straight leg, Mike, and reach? Or are your hammies too tight? Oh, you got good flexibility. Okay, so then just kind of take that breath and sit back straight up. And then let's do the quads again. So start with that first leg. Woo! Okay, rest, 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 rest. And then we'll go other leg. All right, ready? Good, okay. Take those ankle weights off really quick. Mine are really easy to take off. Okay, and I want you to lay back and bring one knee into your chest. And then try to relax your traps and use your biceps to pull that shin in so that you're not scrunchy and just pulling really hard. And just rest your head. Okay, so I only got like 1 minute. What I want you to do is now take that right knee and cross it over and stretch. But when you do that, make sure those hips stay on the ground and they don't start to like scooch, that it's here and it's just twist. Okay, so Zoom's gonna kick me off, but I want you to do this. So I held for about, you should hold for like 30. I think we held for like 20 or so, but hold for 30 and then do the twist. And then just one more today, do your happy baby when you're done. So hold for that knee in twist, and then get some happy baby or even both those knees in. And yeah, so just some ideas for that lower back. All right, it's gonna kick me off. Have a good day, Mike. Enjoy your stretch.